Good afternoon children. Welcome back to Maths class. In the last class we completed 10 sums in the third exercise of AP. Now we will move on to the 11th sum. If the sum of first n terms of an AP is 4n minus n square, what is the first term? That is S1. What is the sum of first two terms? What is the second term? Similarly, find the third, 10th and nth terms. So, it is given that sum of first 10 terms of an AP is 4n minus n square. Sum of first 10 terms is denoted by Sn. So, Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. We have to find out the sum of first term, that is S1. So, S1 we have to find out. Sum of two terms, S2, we have to find out. What is the second term? Second term is A2. A2 we have to find out. Similarly, find the third term, 10th term and nth term. Third term, 10th term and nth term. So, again I will repeat. Sum of first 10 terms is given as 4n minus n square. Sum of n terms is denoted by Sn. And they asked to find out sum of one term, that is S1 they told, sum of two term S2, then second term A2, third term A3, 10th term A10 and nth term An. So, Sn is the sum of n terms. What is mean by Sn? Adding all the n terms. Before starting the sum, let me explain once again. Sn is sum of all the terms. That is, terms are starting from A1 plus A2 plus etc. Nth term is An. This is sum of n terms. So, sum of one term means S1. Nothing but, S1 is nothing but A1 or that is equal to A. S2 means sum of two terms. Which are the two terms? A1 and A2. So, S2 is nothing but A1 plus A2. Similarly, how can we write S3? S3 is sum of three terms. The terms are A1, A2 and A3. So, S3 is nothing but A1 plus A2 plus A3. So, all these formulas are very important. S1 is nothing but A1 and that is A. S2 is sum of first two terms, A1 plus A2 and S3 is sum of three terms and so on. So, now we will start the sum. If we wanted to find out S1, S2, whatever it is from Sn, so we have to write once again, Sn is equal to 4n minus n square, S1. Instead of n, we are writing 1. So, we will substitute in the right side also, 4 into 1 minus 1 square. That is 4 minus 1, it is 3. So, when you get S1 is 3, S1 is nothing but A1 or A. So, we got the first term, S1 is equal to A1 is equal to A is equal to 3. Now, we will find out S2. S2 is equal to, as Sn is 4n minus n square, S2 is equal to, instead of n, we have to write 2 minus 2 square. 4 into 2 is 8, 8 minus 4 is 4. So, we will get S2 is 4. So, we got S1 and S2. Now, they asked to find out A2. So, you all know S2 is nothing but sum of two terms. So, once again I will write S2 equals A1 plus A2. S2 is already 4, A1 is 3 plus A2. So, 4 minus 3 is equal to A2. Therefore, A2 is equal to 1. Now, we wanted to find out A3. We have to find out A3. So, for that, first we will find out S3. So, once again I will write Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. S3 is equal to 4 into 3 minus 3 square. It is 12 minus 9, 3. So, S3 is 3. S3 is nothing but sum of first three terms, A1 plus A2 plus A3. S3 is 3, A1 is also 3, plus A2 is 1 plus A3. So, 3 is equal to 4 plus A3. 3 minus 4 is equal to A3. Therefore, A3 equals minus 1. So we got A1, A2 and A3. Now to find out A10, it is very difficult to finding S10 and keep on substituting the values. So instead of doing that, we will write the AP. What is our AP? AP is A1, A2, A3, etc. So A1 is 3, A2 is 1, A3 is minus 1, etc. See, this is our AP. We can find out D. D is equal to A2 minus A1. That is 1 minus 3. It is minus 2. So we have D is minus 2. Now we can find out A3, A10 and A. A3 equals, now A10. A10 equals A plus 9D equals A is 3 plus 9 into minus 2 equals 3 minus 18. It is minus 15. Now AN. AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. A is 3 plus N minus 1 into D is minus 2 equals 3 plus minus 2N plus 2 equals 5 minus 2N. So AN is 5 minus 2N as we have to find out AN. So AN is 5 minus 2N, A10 is minus 50. Next question is, find the sum of first 40 positive integers divisible by 6. Find the sum of first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. Which are the numbers divisible by 6? So we have to write the multiples of 6. So the numbers are 6, 12, 18, etc. This is the AP which are divisible by 6. So A equals 6, D is also 6. We want to find the sum of 40 terms. So N is equal to 40. We'll write Sn formula. Sn equals N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Therefore S40 equals 40 by 2 into 2 into 6 plus 40 minus 1. It is 39 into 6. Cancel. 20 into 12 plus 234. So we'll add it. 20 into 2, 4, 6. We'll multiply. 4920 is the sum of first 40 numbers which are divisible by 6. Next, 14th question is, find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. So what are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, etc. The last number is 49 before 50. So we got the AP. We wanted to find the sum. But here, how many odd numbers are there from 1 to 50? It is not given. So we have to find out first number of terms n, then find out the sum. So we'll write A equals 1, D equals 3 minus 1, 2, AN equals 49. So we'll write the formula. AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. 49 equals 1 plus N minus 1 into 2 equals 1 plus 2n minus 2. 49 equals 2n minus 1. 49 plus 1 is equal to 2n. 2n equals 50 and n equals 25. So there are 25 odd numbers are between 1 and 50. So now we will find out Sn. So Sn equals, we'll use the second formula, n by 2 into A plus An. N is 25, A is 1 and An is 49 equals 25 by 2 into 50. Cancel 25. 25 into 25, 625. Sum of first 25 odd numbers is 625. 15th question. A contract on construction jobs specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows. 200 rupees for the first day, 250 for the second day, 300 for the third day, etc. The penalty for each succeeding day being rupees 50 more than for the preceding day. How much money the contractor has to pay the penalty if he has delayed the work by 30 days? So, the penalty is for first day 200 rupees, next day 250 rupees, third day 300 and so on. So, each day penalty will be increased by 50 rupees. If the contractor will delay the work for 30 days, how much he has to pay? That is the question. So, what is the total amount he has to pay? So, we will write the AP 200, 250, 300, etc. So, here A is 200. 50 rupees increasing. So, D is equal to 50. For how many days we have to find the penalty? 30 days. So, N is equal to 30. Therefore, Sn equals N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. S30 equals 30 by 2 into 2 into 200 plus 30 minus 1 into 50. Cancel 15 into 400 plus 29 into 50 equals 15 into 400 plus 1450. That is 15 into 1850 equals 'So, what is the payment he has to pay after 30 days? Rupees 27,750 rupees as penalty if he delay the work for 30 days. Next question. A sum of 700 rupees is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than the preceding prize, find the value of each of the prizes. A sum of rupees 700. A sum of rupees 700. So, 700 is Sn. Sn is equal to 700. So, 700 rupees is divided into 7 cash prizes. So, N equals 7. Each prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than the preceding prize. What is the meaning of that? For example, if the first price is 100 rupees, next price will be 20 rupees less. How much it will be? 80. Again 20 rupees less, 60, like this. So, what is the common difference? 80 minus 100, that is minus 20. So, 20 rupees is less means D we have to write it as minus 20. This just I showed you an example. If the first price is 100, second price will be 20 rupees less. So, it will be 80. Next price again 20 rupees less. So, D will be A2 minus A1. So, D is minus 20. Now, we have to find out the value of each of the prices. Now, we have to find out from first price to 7 prices. There are totally 7 prices. So, we will write Sn equals N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Sn is 700. There are 7 prices. First price we don't know. Plus N is 7. 7 minus 1, 6. And what is D? It is minus 20. 700 equals 7 by 2 into 2A minus 120. This 2 we will cross multiply. So, we will get 1400. This is equal to 7 into 2A minus 120. Now, this 7 we will divide this side. 1400 by 7 is equal to 2a minus 120. So we'll cancel, we will get 200. 200 is equal to 2a minus 120. 200 plus 120 is equal to 2a. 2a equals 320. A equals 320 by 2 equals 160. So what is A? A is the first term of the AP. So here the amount for the first price is 160 rupees. That is A. First term A is 160. So how can we find out the next 6 prices? Each price is 20 rupees less. So what are the prices? First price is 160. Next price is 160 minus 20. 140. Next is 120. Next is 100. Next is 80. Next 60 and next 40. Totally 7 prices. So when you add all these, we'll get 700 rupees. Next 17th question is, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. There are 3 sections of each class. How many trees will be planted by the students? So we have to find out the total number of trees planted by the students. There are 12 classes from 1st standard to 12th standard, and each class having 3 sections. So they said, example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree. So 1st standard children will plant only 1 tree. But in 1st standard, how many sections are there? 3 sections. 1 tree, but there are 3 sections. So 1 into 3, 3. 2nd standard children will plant 2 trees, 3 sections. So 2 into 3. Similarly, 3rd standard, 3 into 3, etc. There are 12 classes. So 12th standard also will plant 12 into 3 plants because there are 3 sections. So here AP is 3, 6, 9, etc. 36. We have to find out what is the total number of trees planted by the children. So here, how many classes are there? 12 classes. So N is equal to 12. A is equal to 3. D is equal to 6 minus 3. It is 3. 36 is AN. AN is equal to 36. So, therefore, total plants SN is equal to N by 2 into A plus AN. As we have A and AN, we will use this formula. So, we wanted to find out S12. There are 12 classes. 12 by 2 into A is 3 plus 36 equals 6 into 39. So, how many plants, how many trees they will plant? 234 plants they will plant. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternatively at A and B, starting with the center at A of radii 0.5 cm, 1 cm, 1.5 cm and so on as shown in the figure. What is the total length of such a spiral made up of 13 consecutive semicircles? Here pi you have to take it as 22 by 7. So see the diagram in the textbook. A spiral is made up of 13 semicircles. So this is the first semicircle, second semicircle, third semicircle and so on. There are 13 semicircles. We have to find out what is the total length of this spiral. So first semicircle. What is mean by, what is the length of one semicircle? Before that, what is the length or total length of one circle? Length is nothing but circumference. What is the total length of a circle? That is nothing but circumference. So what is circumference of a circle? The formula is 2 pi r. So circumference of a circle is 2 pi r means what is circumference of a semicircle? Semicircle means it will be half. So half into 2 pi r. That will be pi r. It is pi r. So each semicircle the length will be pi r. So we will consider the first semicircle as length as L1. So what is the length of first semicircle? L1 is pi r1, I'll write first radius. What is the first radius given? 0.5 centimeter. So pi into 0.5 is 0.5 pi. Similarly, what is the length of the second semicircle? L2 is equal to pi r2 is equal to pi into second semicircle radius is given as 1 centimeter. So pi into 1 pi. Similarly, third semicircle is pi r3 is equal to pi into 1.5 is 1.5 pi, etc. Now we got the AP. First term is 0.5 pi, second one is 1 pi, third is 1.5 pi, etc. Like this, there are 13 semicircles. So what is A? 0.5 pi. What is D? A2 minus A1. 1 pi minus 0.5 pi. What is 1 minus 0.5? It is 0.5. So 0.5 pi. So we got A, we have D, and N is 13. There are 13 semicircles. We wanted to find out what is the total length of all these spirals. So we have to find out S13. So before that, Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. S13 equals 13 by 2 into 2 into A. 0.5 pi plus 13 minus 1 into D is also 0.5 pi is equal to 13 by 2 into, what is 2 into 0.5? 2 into 0.5. 5 into 2 is 10. 1 point we have to put left. So it is 1. So 1 pi plus 12 into 0.5 pi. That is 13 by 2 into 1 pi plus, same way 12 into 5, 60, 1 point we have to adjust. So it is 6 pi. So 13 by 2 into 7 pi. 1 pi plus 6 pi, it is 7 pi. They had given the value of pi as 22 by 7, we have to substitute. So 7 into 22 by 7. So this 7 and 7 will cancel. 2 and 22 will cancel. 13 into 11. We have to multiply and write. 123. Sorry, 143. So what is the total length of the spiral? It is 143 centimeter. 19th question is 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the third row, and so on. In how many rows are the 200 logs placed, and how many logs are there in the top row? Now look at the diagram in your textbook. These wooden pieces are arranged in row wise. So there are totally 200 wooden pieces are there. So 200 pieces are arranged. So total is Sn. There are 200 wooden pieces arranged, 20 logs in the bottom row. So that is considered as the first term. 20, then 19, then 18, etc. So the question is, in how many rows are the 200 logs are placed? How many lines it is arranged? So we have to find out n. And how many logs are there in the top row? In the top row, how many logs are there? That is the question. So here, what is A? A is equal to 20. D is equal to 19 minus 20. That is minus 1. How many logs are there in the top row? That is the last term. So we have to find out A. So 20, 19, 18 is the AP. N we have to find out in how many rows it is arranged, and what is the number of pieces in the top row. So here Sn is 200. Sn formula we will write. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. There are 200 logs. N we have n by 2 into 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 into minus 1. 200 into 2 cross multiply. 400 equals n into 40 minus n plus 1. 400 equals 41n minus n square. We will take these terms to the left side. First n square, then minus 41n plus 400 is equal to 0. Again we got a quadratic equation. Product is 400 and sum is 41. So we have to factorize 400. 400 is 200, again 100, 50, 25, 5 5s are 25. We have to get 41. See, 5 into 5 is 25. 2 when you multiply 4 times, we will get 16. When you add 25 and 16, we are getting 41. But we have to get minus 41. So, we will write n square minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 equals 0. N is common. N into n minus 25 minus 16 into n minus 25 is equal to 0. N minus 16 into n minus 25 is equal to 0. Each factor equate to 0. N minus 16 equals 0, n equals 16. N minus 25 equals 0, n equals 25. So here we got two numbers, two values for n, 16 and 25. Both are positive. See how many rows are there? We will find it out by a value. So here the top row, how many logs are there also we have to find out. First we will consider n as 16. So we will find out a. An equals a plus n minus 1 into d. N is considered as 16. A16 is equal to a is 20 plus 16 minus 1 is 15 into d is minus 1. So 20 minus 15, it is 5. So according to, if n is 16, the number of logs on the top row is 5. Now we will see n is 25. When n is 25, an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. A 25 equals a is 20, 25 minus 1, 24 into minus 1. That is 20 minus 24. It is minus 4. So here we got minus 4. Number of logs cannot be a negative number. So there are how many logs on the top row? 5 logs. And how many rows are there? 16. There are 16 rows and number of logs on the top row is 5. That's all for today. Thank you, children.